In this video, I'm going to discuss and demonstrate brands research on Amazon and explaining how brands allow us to connect Amazon to suppliers. Now, this is actually a part of the product research process for Amazon arbitrage sellers, which is a video series that I put together on the topic. I am Mr. Mark. This is Excel for Amazon, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right in to this discussion. Now, first of all, let's take a look at brands on Amazon and what that means, right? Well, first of all, we need to understand that Amazon really is all about brands. And what I mean is that Amazon products almost always have a brand attached to them. And this brand name is usually at the very beginning of the product title. So for example, here are some tea kettles on Amazon. And if you look at these product titles, you can clearly see they begin with the word that is very apparently the title, the brand name in the title, right? So for instance, Mr. Coffee, right? It's clearly a brand name, right? Okay, so different tea kettles, different brand names, right? Hamilton Beach, for instance, Creative Home. Okay, now, the thing is that there is a dark side of these brands on Amazon, as I call it, the dark side, right? The risk that comes with selling certain brands. So the thing is, there's some brands that you don't even have approval to sell. That's one issue. And then the other thing is that some brands are also likely to issue IP, intellectual property complaints. All right, so these are two things that we have to look at, right? Approval and then the likelihood of an IP complaint. The two don't necessarily go together. Just because Amazon grants you approval to sell a brand, it does not mean that the brand is not risky. The IP complaints come from the brand owner a lot of times itself, right? Okay, now, how do we know about IP complaints or the risk of IP complaints? Well, we have to rely, unfortunately, on the experiences of other sellers. And then software that actually helps collect that data and then determine which brands are risky, or helps us to determine risky brands. So, for instance, if we look at these results on Amazon, you can see that I have these green circles on some of these products, and then I have others that are yellow. These green circles mean that the IP risk on this brand is very low, or there is no known risk. Okay, this is called IP Alert. It's a Chrome extension I use. And I do have a link if you're interested in having this Chrome extension, and I do have a discount code as well that I was able to work out for you if you want to use that. All right, now here we see IP alert, possible IP complaints. Okay, so the yellow indicates that these brands have a possible IP complaint on them. All right, so you can see how it comes in handy having the software. Otherwise, if you don't have any kinds of Chrome extensions to investigate this IP claim risk, you will have to manually research and hope that someone on the internet has recorded that there's a risk with this brand and they've put it in some kind of list on Google, right? That is your other hope, but to me, the Chrome extension is the best way to do this more reasonably. But doing that kind of research is still beneficial as well, to look at lists people have put together as well. Now, the other thing is the approval, right? Going back to the presentation, right? I did mention approval. And now you can check approval quite easily yourself for each product, but again, I have another Chrome extension, Seller Assistant app, that I use. And wherever you see this green, it means that I have approval to sell the product. It's unlocked. These, you see that it says you need the approval to sell this product, right? You need the approval to sell this product. Now, we see that these are all tea kettles. There's some I can sell and some I can't. So I know it's the brand that is the issue. It's not the fact that it's a tea kettle. It's the brand, right? They're different brands. Some brands I do not have approval to sell. All right, and I'm going to look at how you check the approval manually and all of that in the actual process that we're about to do, the research process. Now, Amazon brands and suppliers. The thing I want to understand, or I want us to understand, is that brands can connect Amazon products to suppliers, meaning that if a certain brand is sold on Amazon, and then it's also sold at a certain supplier, well then we're more likely to find products to sell on Amazon that we can get from that supplier. Okay, it's something, it's a common ground between Amazon and these suppliers, because as I discussed in a previous video with the concepts and challenges of product research, when we just randomly search for products, all right, not even thinking about the brand, it's often a little difficult for us to source that product to any particular known supplier, right? But if I have the brand, okay, that is in common between Amazon and that supplier, then it creates a connection between the two. Okay, so this is what we want. We want to incorporate brands into our product research process. Okay, so let's talk about brands research. Now, being that the brands do connect the supplier and Amazon, there are certain things I want to look at, and I'm actually going to do this process right now. But I just want to discuss the questions quickly. Do you have approval to sell the brand? We need to answer that question. Is the brand known to file IP complaints? All right, we need to answer that question as well. And is the brand a seller of its own products on Amazon? Is the brand a seller? The brand itself, okay, that's another big one that we have to check for, and we'll see what that means. Does Amazon.com sell this brand? All right, and Amazon.com might sell some of the products, but not all the products. But we'll look at this in the product research process. It becomes a lot clearer when you actually do it. So what I'm going to do, let's start off more generally. Right, let's start off more generally. I'm going to delete that. And if I'm in a category, just a general category like home and kitchen, which is a category that new sellers will often have approval to sell in, all right? These more kind of general categories. So what I'm going to do is put a minus sign and some random symbols, which kind of means tells it not to match these random symbols, which pretty much every product is not going to match these. So what this will do is just give me some random results in the category, right? So that's a little Amazon search trick for you. And now I have all these different products with different brands. So now if I want to research one of these brands, right, I can kind of take one randomly. Let's take Yeti, Y-E-T-I, Yeti, right? And I'm going to research the brand. Now I see that I don't have approval. I do not have approval to sell the brand. Now, normally if I see I don't have approval, now I'm going to go ahead and open up the product as well. You might say, well, why even bother? Also, this brand is known to file IP complaints, right? So it's a double whammy, and this is coming from the IP Alert Chrome extension. The brand is known to file IP complaints. So basically, and by the way, Seller Assistant app also has the ability to report IP risk. So that way, by using both Chrome extensions, right, if I see both Chrome extensions are warning me, then I know the brand is really definitely very high risk. But I'm still going to record this brand just so I have that data. So what I'm going to do is I have a Google Sheet, which is just a very basic template, which is a brands research sheet. All right, and I'm going to put the name of a brand, YETI. Category, if you kind of have a general idea of what category the brand is in, or perhaps you found it in, I'll just say home and kitchen. This doesn't mean that they don't have products in other categories, but this is the category I found it in. Do I have approval to sell the brand? I'm going to say no. Is the brand an IP risk? Yes, it is, unfortunately. And I probably won't go any further, but I would like to know that I have no approval and that it's an IP risk. Okay, those are just good to have, so I won't waste time with this brand in the future. Now I'm going to go back, hit the back button, go back to these other results. And now, being that I have the Chrome extension, you could say I'm cheating, right? I already know if I have approval or not. Obviously, if you don't have the Chrome extension, you're not going to know that, right? So I'm going to show you how we can check this, okay, manually as well. Now, another thing, or rather, let's just take another brand. Whoops. I wanted one that I do have approval to sell. Sorry, let me find one that I do have approval to sell. And remember, if you don't have the Chrome extensions, you're not going to know that you have approval until you open them, right? Which is why I'm going to show you how to check for this kind of approval. Just a moment, I'm just waiting for this to load. Okay, no approval, no approval, no approval. Okay, here's one that's unlocked. And let's see what this is. Okay, I'm going to open this product, which is of the brand. And we see the brand on the product. All right, when you don't have this Chrome extension, you see it right up under the title. Because of the Chrome extension, it pushes it down, in my case, down below here. And we see that we can even visit the store for this brand, right? The Pomeron store. But if I wanted to check this brand manually, I would go to Seller Central, Catalog, and Add Products. And I would take this brand name, and I could just type this brand name or paste it in here and search it. This will pull up different products of the brand, and I'll see if I have approval right here. Select a condition. It's letting me select a condition and letting me sell the product if I click sell this product. So I know I can sell this brand, otherwise I would not be able to sell even one product of that brand, right? There are many products of the brand. If you're blocked from the brand, you're blocked from all the products of that brand, right? So I know I can sell that brand, okay? So this brand, I'm going to copy and put it in my spreadsheet here. I'm going to use paste special values so it doesn't pick up the format. And I think this is also the general home and kitchen, or if you want to just say home, that's fine. Category is not such a big deal to me. The main thing is whether or not I have approval, which is yes in this case. I did not, or the Chrome extension did not pick up any IP risk. So IP risk, I'm going to say no. Is the brand a seller? Is it sold by Amazon? Okay, these are some things that we need to look at, all right? Because these are definitely what we could call deal breakers, all right? So I want to see who's selling the product. Now, in the buy box, which is here, clearly, it is being sold by someone who is not the brand owner, right? Now, if I saw sold by Pomeron, right, or Pomeron, or however it's pronounced, then I would know that Pomeron is selling their own products on Amazon, and I would not want to try to sell their product because they're likely not going to be too happy with that, right? But I see that they are not selling it, and then I look down here, and I see that these other people, all right, that this is not, in fact, it's the same seller twice. Okay, and I also see it's not sold by Amazon. Now, if I really want to know how many of these products are sold by Amazon, well, when I go to Catalog, Add Products, one great thing is that I get multiple products that pop up in here, and I can kind of go around randomly and check some of these other products and see what's going on with these, and kind of get a general idea if this brand is being sold, okay, or who's selling the brand. I just keep seeing the same seller, right? And I don't see sold by Amazon. I don't see sold by the brand owner itself. I just keep seeing another seller who's selling it. So apparently this seller has really caught on to this brand's products, right? And some of these products are not even of the brand. Another thing you should pay attention to in general is the actual number of products that are in that brand. You see there are only 20. So it's a very small number of results of this brand on Amazon. That's generally not really desirable. You want to find a brand probably with more products, but nothing wrong with selling them. So is the brand a seller? I'm going to say no. Is it sold by Amazon? Not that I can see so far, but that can change if I do find a product sold by Amazon, but so far it doesn't look like they're sold by Amazon. And generally, if Amazon is selling the brand, it's going to be a brand with a lot of products. Probably not a brand like, but just 20 products. And then Amazon store page, meaning, it's just a link basically to the store page. First of all, do they even have one, right? So if you scroll down and you click on visit the Pomeron store, we see that they do actually have a real store page on Amazon, right? And so what I'm going to do is just copy that URL, that website link, and I'll just paste it in here. Okay. Now the other thing becomes now, well, how about suppliers of the brand? Right? Because the whole point, I mean, we're not just doing brands research, just for fun, just to see, what happens with these brands, but, the whole point is we want to find products. So we want to know who supplies the brand, right? So going back to the product, what I'll do is just take this brand name only, right click, and I'm going to Google that brand name. Right, when I Google the brand name, it's going to bring me to all these different results, right? Now, if I go to shopping, of course, it's a good idea to go to shopping so that we can separate the kind of non-shopping results from the shopping results, right? And I can see all these different websites and these pictures. So let's just kind of take our time here a second, right? We see Amazon.com. Okay, we expected that. eBay, we expect that because anything's going to pretty much end up on eBay. We see Walmart come up, but we're looking for the brand, right? So this is not even the same. This is like something else. So we're looking for that actual exact brand name. Okay, remember what the brand name was. Okay, we're looking for that actual name, not similar names. All right, looking for that actual name. And let me see, did I see it up top? So I don't even see the brand name coming up. So might explain why there's so few, why they have such a small number of products, right? This might be one of those kind of brands, who knows, maybe private label or something, or just, some kind of small brand, right? So, this is something that I discussed in a previous video about concepts and challenges of manual product research, coming across a brand that you don't even know if it has suppliers, the kind of suppliers that you need, or suppliers at all, right? So maybe this is one of those brands, right? So in this case, I did not find any suppliers, and well, I could put a note or I could leave it blank. I'm just going to say none found for the moment, right? And maybe you could do deeper research and something could come up, but as of now, I don't see any other suppliers of this brand that are coming up, because I would instantly see online stores show up, right? So this is our brands research process, right? Now let's look at, let's go back. I want to do a number of examples so that we can potentially see some different situations. All right, let's see what else comes up. Just going to wait for it. In fact, let's take a look at suppliers, because I do want to point out that the other way this research can happen is from the supplier direction. So in a previous video, I talked about the general approaches of manual product research, being Amazon to suppliers or suppliers to Amazon. And this applies to brands research as well. And so how about going to a supplier, but not Walmart? Let's go somewhere else, maybe Sam's Club. And how about let's take a look at some of the brands here. All right, let's take a look at Quilted Northern, for instance. Okay, here's a product. I just kind of randomly selected it. This is what popped up. And let's see if Quilted Northern, which is under Household Essentials, at least this product is. And what I would do is go to the product catalog now and actually search Quilted Northern in here. And let's see what I get for Quilted Northern. So I see I can sell it in new condition only, because of the type of product, right? It's paper towel, certain products, toilet paper in this case. Amazon's not going to let you sell toilet paper used, I would imagine. All right, so it's a new condition, right? Okay, new condition only. All right, we do see 332 results, and we see that I have approval to sell the brand. Now what I want to do, let me go back to the first page, is to go ahead and start opening up some of these products and see what the results are with these products, right? Now, Okay, I already knew I had approval, but what I'm looking at now are the sellers. All right, so first there's the approval and the risk. Right? In fact, I haven't even evaluated the risk. Okay, let's see what this says. Okay, there's no risk here. It says it's an oversized. I mean, because it's a 12-pack of toilet paper, and we see no IP risk from the IP alert. So there's no IP risk coming up for this. So no risk, and I have approval. So I'm good with those two. But now I want to see who's selling it. I need to make sure. So you got to make sure Quilter Northern is not selling it. All right. And I didn't think. I expected they would not be. But also, I don't see Amazon selling it either. All right. It is not sold. Now, ships from Amazon is okay. That just means it's FBA. Right. But sold by Amazon is a different story. Right. But it says ships from Amazon.com. Right. And I can check more products because I want to kind of be a bit random with this. Because sometimes Amazon is not selling all, but they're selling some products. But if they're selling a lot of the products, if I look through randomly, I should be able to catch Amazon.com on one of these listings. Okay, so I might even go to page 2, to another page. All right, because I'm really trying to be very random in how I do this, right? And I don't see Amazon selling this at all. Okay, I might also see if there are other categories of this brand. But it looks like they're still the same kind of products. Yeah, okay, so I guess they just sell tissue on. Pretty much. Let's see what comes up in grocery. Yep, still toilet paper. So they just sell toilet paper. Okay, I can go through the categories to get an idea if they sell anything else. So this brand really, I mean, they really just sell toilet paper. Alright, as far as we can tell. And it doesn't appear that they're sold by Amazon. So now, sold by Amazon. So now I'm going to take the same brand name and record the data. And this actually looks like a good choice of a brand to sell so far. I'm going to paste special values over here and just paste the brand name. Because I only found one specific thing, I'm going to just say toilet paper specifically for the category. I'm going to be very specific. I do have approval to sell it. There's no IP risk detected. The brand is not the seller. It appears not to be sold by Amazon. And now let me see if they have a store page. I always forget that one. I'm going to scroll down. And it's not like something critical, but it's just nice to have. And some brands do not have a store page, by the way. But if they do, it's just a place you can visit to kind of see what's going on with their products. All right, you see what your Prime and things like that. So it's just something you can check out. It kind of gives you an idea of the brand. Okay, let me go back and do that properly. Where is the... and get the store page. Now, if you remember, I found it at samsclub.com. So they're obviously a supplier. And for me, I like to put my supplier, and I think you should do the same, as an actual website, samsclub.com, which enables me to open it as a link later and go back to that website instantly without having to type it in. All of these little things save time. But the question is, are there other suppliers of the brand? Is it only at Sam's Club? Or, I mean, alright, so I'm going to right click and search Google for this brand name, see if I can find it anywhere else. Well, if I can go down the list as usual, or I can go to shopping. It turns out they have a website, which a lot of brands do. Some of these websites you can buy the products from, and some you cannot. Let's look at theirs. I'm just very curious about Quilter Northern's website at this point. And I want to see if this is just like a showcase kind of website, or if you can actually purchase products there. Because some brands are just like a showcase thing. Let's see if I can actually buy these, purchase them from here. Let's see, it appears to me, oh no, I see the where to buy. Okay, usually when it says where to buy, that means that you cannot buy it here. So they're saying where else you should go to buy it. So this is definitely like a showcase website. They're just showing the products for their brand. Alright, giving you somewhere to kind of look at their products. And then links to buy, but still this can then find the suppliers. If I click on where to buy, actually, let me see if I can go back. Where to buy. Shop Quilted Northern paper towels online and in store. Okay, it's not really. Okay, let me click on buy now and see if that will tell me anything. Find nearby. Okay, Kroger. Okay, it's giving me actual physical stores to buy it at. Kroger, Amazon Fresh, which is good if you're in retail arbitrage and you wanted to physically go look for this brand somewhere and see if you could make a flip. Right, so Amazon Fresh and Kroger. Okay, so you could drive over to Kroger, right, and see if you can get them there. Now, okay. So in this case, I don't know. I'm just going to say Sam's Club, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put Kroger down as well as a supplier because, this could also. You might be doing multiple methods, right? I'm a person who's done multiple methods. I've drop ship products. I've done the buy products, pack and ship straight to the customer. I've bought from online stores, shipped it in for FBA, and I've physically gone in a store, in stores, bought products and sold them on Amazon as well. I've been in all three, so there's no reason why you have to do just one or the other. So maybe if you know a physical supplier and they said the supplier is Kroger, and it's a particular Kroger you can get to, right? I mean, that's something you might want to write down as well, right? So it doesn't just have to be purely online in case you're interested in trying some different approaches. Now, so here's my brands research, and that is basically the process, really. Okay. Now, of course, the whole point of brands research is to find products, but so basically, what I would do, knowing that I could sell Quilted Northern, right? I might search. I would just try to source the products. I could come back to Sam's Club and just keep looking for Quilted Northern and try to find them on Amazon, or I can keep going through the ones that are on Amazon and see if I can find them at Sam's Club and see if there's a profit. All right. So I could take this product now and search it, and maybe I'll find. Okay, here's Walmart. So Walmart. Okay, finally we have another supplier. So let me make a note on that. Walmart.com. Right, you can put that down. So this was Amazon Brands Research, and you did see the Brands Research sheet template, which is a very simple template you could easily recreate. It's just column headings. I didn't do anything special here at all. And then I also would like you to see, but I'm not going to demonstrate, that I also have an Amazon Brands Research automated or even semi-automated system where I'm able to put brands in here, and then I'm able to automatically match these brands to suppliers. So it literally searches these brand names on the web, and then it literally finds supplier websites to match that might potentially carry these brands, and they often do. And so this is a way that you can find suppliers for brands, and there's software I use, Keepa, to pull these brands out from products in bulk. And so this is one of the ways in which I'm kind of speeding up the different parts of the product research process for Amazon Arbitrage. In this case, speeding up the brands research process so that you don't necessarily always have to do it 100% manually. Right? So this is one of the ways I'm doing it, and I should have some kind of video demonstrating this, and it should be linked in the description of this video. So do watch that so that you can see how to do the same process in bulk. And it will, of course, require at least one piece of software, but inexpensive software, so it's not expensive. So if you're interested in that, do check the link for that, or to see any other content that is part of this product research process, or just other content on my channel. So do check the links in the description of this video. And you can see my contact information there as well. And you can reach me. I'm Mr. Mark. This is Excel for Amazon. I look forward to either hearing from you directly or seeing you in this product research process or just around on the channel.